Hello students, today we will start chapter 3, that is pair of linear equations in two variables. Now, what do we mean by pair of linear equation in two variables? Two linear equations in the same two variables are called a pair of linear equations in two variables. The most general form of linear equations is a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0, where a1, b1, c1 and a2, b2, c2 are all real numbers such that a1 square plus b1 square is not equal to 0 and a2 square plus b2 square is not equal to 0. Now let us understand this with the help of an example. Here I have taken two linear equations in variables x and y. First one is 2x plus 3y plus 5 equal to 0. Second one is 3x minus 2y plus 6 equal to 0. Now here coefficient of x, that is 2, that I am taking it as a1, coefficient of y 3 as b2, b1 and constant term 5 as c1. Similarly a2 will be 3, b2 minus 2 and c2 6. As we see here, this a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2 all are real numbers. Also a1 square plus b1 square, that is square of 2 plus square of 3, sum of these two is equal to 13, which is not equal to 0. Also a2 square plus b2 square is also not equal to 0. That means these two are the pair of linear equations in two variables x and y. Now a pair of linear equations in two variables can be represented and solved by two methods. First one is graphical method and second one is algebraic method. Now in graphical method, the graph of pair of linear equations in two variables is represented by two lines. Three situations arise in the graphical method. Now first one is, if the lines intersect at a point, then that gives the unique solution of the two equations. In this case, the pair of equations is consistent. Now see here, now I have taken an example. Now first equation is x plus y minus 8 equal to 0 and second one is x minus y minus 4 equal to 0. Now we will draw a graph by finding two solutions of each equation. Now I am taking equation first. If we take x as 0, then the value of y will be 8, and if we take y as 0, then value of x will be 8. From equation second, now if we take x as 0, y will be minus 4, and if we take y as 0, x will be 4. Now first point, from equation first, we are getting value of x, y as 0 and 8. Now if x is 0, then y is 8. Now this point P is the point 0, 8. Now 8, 0. Second point is 8, 0. Now 8, x, value of x is 8 and y is 0. That is our point Q. Now if we join this point Q and produce them, it will give the graph of first equation, that was x plus y minus 8 equal to 0. Similarly, we will draw the equation of the the graph of the second equation. Now x is 0, then y is minus 4. At x equal to 0, y is minus 4. So this R is our point 0, minus 4. Now second one is, if x is 4, then y is 0, 4, 0. Now this point S represents the point 4, 0. Now join RS and produce it. It will give the graph of the second equation, that was x minus y minus 4 equal to 0. Now as we see here, these two lines intersect at a point. Now if the lines intersect at a point, then that point gives us the solution of the equations. Now these two lines intersecting at point A, and at point A value of x is 6 and value of y is 2. That means this point A is 6, 2, and this will be the solution of the equation, that is x equal to 6 and y equal to 2, which will satisfy both the equations. Now come to the second condition. If the lines coincide, then there are infinitely many solutions, each point on the line being a solution. In this case, the pair of equations is dependent and consistent. Now here I am taking an example. Now first equation is x plus 2y minus 4 equal to 0, and second one is 2x plus 4y minus 8 equal to 0. Now for equation first, x value of y will be 4 minus x upon 2. After solving the first, we will get y as 4 minus x by 2. Now at x equal to 0, we are getting y as 2, and at x equal to 2, we are getting y as 1. Similarly, on solving equation second, we are getting 2 points 0, 2 and minus 2, 3. Now we will draw a graph for it. Now first one was 0, 2. X is 0, y is 2. So this P point is the point 0, 2. Now second one is 2, 1. If x is 2, then y is 1. This is point Q. Now join these points and produce them. We will get the first equation, line for the first equation, that was x plus 2y minus 4 equal to 0. Now second line has a point 0, 2. Now x is 0 and y is 2. That is same point as we have got in the first equation. So this point P will lie in the second line also. Now second one is minus 2, 3. If x is minus 2, then y is 3. So this is point R. Now we are getting 2 points after solving the equation second, that are P and R. So we will join PR and produce them indefinitely. Now this will give us the line of the equation 2x plus 4y minus 8 equal to 0. Now if you see here, both the lines drawn for equation first and second are coinciding with each other. That means every point of this line will be the solution of the given equations, and these lines are dependent on each other and are consistent. Now third situation, if the lines are parallel, then the pair of equation has no solution. In this case, the pair of equation is inconsistent. Now here I have taken two equations, x plus 2y minus 4 equal to 0 and 2x plus 4y minus 12 equal to 0. Now if we draw graph for this, from equation first, we are getting y as 4 minus x upon 2. So at x equal to 0, y is 2, and at y is equal to 0, x equal to 4, y is equal to 0. Now from equation second, we are getting y as 12 minus 2x by 4, and here if you take x equal to 0, we are getting y as 3, and if you take x equal to 6, we are getting y as 0. Now from equation first, now first point is 0, 2. Now x is 0, y is 2. So this is our point P. Now second one is 4, 0. If x is 4, y is 0. This is our point Q. Join this point Q and produce them. That will give us the line, the graph of the equation x plus 2y minus 4 equal to 0. Now second equation, first point is 0, 3 and second is 6, 0. Now 0, 3 is this one, and this will be R, and this is S, 6, 0. Now join these lines and join these points. This will give us the graph of the second equation, 2x plus 4y minus 12 equal to 0, or this line will represent the equation second. Now if you see here, these two lines doesn't intersect anywhere. That means these two lines are parallel, and if these lines do not intersect, that means these two lines doesn't have a common point, and that means there will be no solution. We cannot find the values of x and y that satisfy both the equations. Now, second method to solve the linear equation in two variables is algebraic method. Now, in algebraic method, we basically use three methods to solve the linear equation in two variables. Now, first one is substitution method, second one is elimination method, and third one is cross multiplication method. Now, about these methods we'll study later when we will solve the exercise. Now, but you should keep in mind that if a pair of linear equations is given by a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0, then the following situation can arise. Now, it can be a1 upon a2 not equal to b1 upon b2, or a1 upon a2 equal to b1 upon b2 is not equal to c1 upon c2, or all the three ratios a1 upon a2 equal to b1 upon b2 equal to c1 upon c2. All the three ratios can be same. In first case, if a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2, then the pair of linear equations is consistent and has unique solution. That means in this case, if we are solving by graphical method, we will get intersecting lines. Now, second one is if a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 not equal to c1 upon c2, then in this case the pair of linear equation is inconsistent and has no solution. That means we will get parallel line in this case. Now, third one is if a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2, then on solving by graphical method we will get coincident lines and the pair of linear equations is dependent and consistent and has infinitely many solutions. Now come to the exercise 3.2. Now our first question is form the pair of linear equations in the following problems and find their solutions graphically. Now first one is 10 students of class 10th took part in mathematics quiz. If the number of girls is 4 more than the number of boys, find the number of boys and girls who took part in the quiz. Now, we will solve it. Now, we are taking number of boys as x and number of girls as y. As we know that the total number of students are 10. So, x plus y, a number of boys plus number of girls will be equal to 10. Now, number of girls was 4 more than the number of boys. That number of girls is we have taken as y, and that is 4 more than the number of boys, x plus 4. Now these are the two equations we are getting. Now we have to solve them graphically. Now for equation first, we can say y is 10 minus x. If x is 5, then value of y will be 10 minus 5, that will be 5. If value of x is 7, then y will be 3. Now from equation second, y is 4 plus x. So if x is 2, y will be 6, and if x is 4, y will be equal to 8. Now we are drawing a graph for equation first. Now in equation first, x, now this is our x-axis and this is y-axis. Now x was 5 and y was also 5. So if x is 5, then y is 5. So the 5 will be between 4 and 6. The x1 is y is 5. This is point P for us. Now second one is 7, 3. If x is 7, then y is 3. And this is point Q. Now join point P and Q and we will get the line for the equation x plus y equal to 10. Now our second equation was points obtained for our second equations were 2, 6. Now first one is x is 2, y is 6. This is point R, suppose. And second one is 4, 8. If x is 4, y is 8. This is S point, suppose. Now join these 2 points. Now after joining R and S, we are getting the line for the equation y equal to 4 plus x or minus x plus y equal to 4. Now if you see here, these 2 lines intersect at a point. That means these two linear equation has a unique solution and these equations are consistent. Now what will be the solution of this line? Now the point of intersection of these 2 lines will be the solution of the equation. Now this point of intersection is, now the value of x here is 3 and value of y is 7. You can see that point of intersection is 3, 7. So we can say the value of x is 3 and value of y is 7, and we have taken x as number of boys. We can say thus number of boys is equal to 3 and y we have taken as number of girls, and number of girls is equal to 7, which we have to find out. Now question number 2 is on comparing the ratio a1 upon a2, b1 upon b2 and c1 upon c2. Find out whether the line representing the following pair of linear equations intersect at a point, are parallel or coincident. Now first equation is 5x minus 4y plus 8 equal to 0 and 7x plus 6y minus 9 equal to 0. We will find the ratio of a1 upon a2, b1 b2 and c1 c2. Now here a1 is 5, b1 is minus 4, c1 is 8, a2 is 7, b2 is 6 and c2 is minus 9. Now if we find a1 by a2, we are getting it as 5 by 7 and b1 by b2 is minus 2 by 3. Now as we see here, a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. That means the lines representing the given pair of linear equations intersect at a point. In case we get a1 upon a2 equal to b1 upon b2 and not equal to c1 upon c2, so in this case the lines will be parallel. Now if we get a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2, then the lines are coincident. Now so we have to find the ratios and then we can see whether the ratios are equal or not, and then we can find out whether they are intersecting lines, parallel lines or coincident lines. Now come to question number 3. On comparing the ratio a1 upon a2, b1 upon b2 and c1 upon c2, find out whether the following pair of linear equations are consistent or inconsistent. Now in question number 4, which of the following pair of linear equations are consistent or inconsistent? These 2 questions are alike. If consistent, obtain the solution graphically. In question number 4, we have to also find the solution of the equations if they are consistent. Now so I am doing a few parts of question number 4. Now first part of question number 4 is 2 equations given to us are x plus y equal to 5 and 2x plus 2y equal to 10. Here a1 is 1, coefficient of x, b1 is again 1 and c1 is 5. Second equation, a1 is 2, b1 is 2 and c1 is a2 is 2, b2 is 2 and c2 is 10. Now on finding the ratio of a1 upon a2, b1 upon b2 and c1 upon c2, we see that a1 upon a2 is 1 by 2, b1 upon b2 is also 1 by 2 and c1 upon c2 is also 1 by 2. That means here a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2. And if the ratios are equal, that means the pair of linear equations are dependent and consistent, or you can say that the lines drawn will be coincident lines and it will have infinite number of solutions. Now in second part of the question, the equations given to us are x minus y equal to 8 and 3x minus 3y equal to 16. Here a1 is 1, b1 is minus 1, c1 is 8, a2 is 3, b2 is minus 3 and c2 is 16. Now on finding out the ratios, a1 upon a2 is 1 by 3, b1 upon b2 is minus 1 by minus 3, that is again 1 by 3, and c1 upon c2 is 8 by 16, that we can say 1 by 2. Now here a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, that is not equal to c by c2. So the given pair of linear equations are inconsistent or not consistent, and as we are getting the parallel lines in these two cases. Now third part is, now two equations given to us are 2x plus y minus 6 equal to 0 and 4x minus 2y minus 4 equal to 0. Now here a1 is 2, b1 is 1, c1 is minus 6, a2 is 4, b2 is minus 2 and c2 is minus 4. Now on solving these, now a1 by a2 is equal to 1 by 2, b1 by b2 is 1 upon minus 2 and that will be minus 1 by 2. So here a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. Now there is no need to find c1 by c2 because a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. That means the given pair of linear equations are consistent and they are intersecting at a point. Now for this, now after this you will solve it graphically. Now you have to solve it graphically, and this you have to do yourself as we have done earlier questions. Now question number 5 is, half the perimeter of a rectangular garden whose length is 4 meter more than the width is 36 meter. Find the dimensions of the garden. Now we have to find the dimensions of the garden. So I am taking its dimensions as x and y. Let length of the garden be x and width be y in meters. Now half perimeter is 36. You know that perimeter of a rectangle is 2 into L plus B. Half perimeter will be L plus B, and here L is x and B is y. The x plus y is equal to 36. Now he is also saying that length is 4 more than the width. The length equal to width plus 4. Length was x and width we have taken as y plus 4. Now this will give us x minus y equal to 4. Now we have to solve it graphically. So you can solve it yourself. Now in question number 6, equation 2x plus 3y minus 8 is given to us, and we have to find the lines which the equations which form the intersecting lines with the given equation. Now intersecting lines means that a1 upon a2 should not be equal to b1 upon b2. So we can take any coefficient of x and y such that a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. Here I have taken 6x, that means a1 upon a2 is 1 by 3. 2 upon 6 will be 1 by 3. So here we will not take 9, because if we take 9 then 3 upon 9 will be again 1 by 3. Now except 9 we can write any number here. So here I have taken 8y, then minus 6 equal to 0. Parallel lines means a1 upon a2 should be equal to b1 upon b2, and that should not be equal to c1 upon c2. So here 2 upon 6 is 1 by 3, then 3 upon 9 is again 1 by 3. So here except 24, because minus 8 by minus 24 will be again 1 by 3. So in place of 8 we can take any real number except minus 24. Now coincident line. In case of coincident line, all the ratios should be equal. 2 by, here I have taken it as 6x plus 9y minus 24 equal to 0. So 2 by 6 is 1 by 3. 3 by 9 is again 1 by 3. Minus 8 by minus 24 is again 1 by 3. So these two lines will form coincident lines. Now question number 7 of the exercise is draw a graph of the equations x minus y plus 1 equal to 0 and 3x plus 2y minus 12 equal to 0. Determine coordinates of the vertices of the triangle formed by these lines and the x-axis shade the triangular region. Now two equations are given to us. Now this is equation first and equation second. Now here from equations first, y will be equal to x plus 1. Now if value of x is 2, then y will be 2 plus 1 3, and if value of x is 4, then y will be 4 plus 1 5. Now we will find out 2 points for each equations which satisfy these equations. Now for equation second, here y will be equal to minus 3x plus 12 upon 2. Now here if x is 0, then y is coming as 6, and if x is 2, then value of y will be 3. Now for the equation first, we are drawing a graph, a line on a graph. Now this is origin. Here the first point is 2 3. The x is 2, y is 3. So if x is 2, y is 3. So this is our first point. Second one is 4 5. If x is 4, then y is 5. So this is our second point. Now on joining these 2 points and producing the line infinitely to both ends, we will get the line for the equation x plus y plus 1 equal to 0, or that was our first equation. Now for second equation, the points are 0 6. Now x is 0, y is 6. X is 0, y is 6. Now this is 0 6. Second one is 2 3. X is 2, y is 3. Now this is common point in both the equations. Now join these 2 points. So we are getting the line for the equation 3x plus 2y minus 12 equal to 0, or that was our second equation. Now after this, he is saying that you have to find the coordinates of the vertices of triangle formed by these lines and the x-axis. Now coordinates of the vertices of triangle formed by these lines and x-axis. Now this is our x-axis, and with the x-axis the triangle formed is A B C, and the coordinates of the vertex A are 2 3. Now 2 3, and B is x is minus 1 and y is 0, and C is x is 4 and y is 0. So we can say that vertices of triangle are vertices of required triangle are, we have depicted it as A 2 3, B minus 1 0, and C 4 0. You have to also shade the triangular region, so we will shade it. Now one thing is more, in examination sometime it is also asked that find the area of triangle. Now what will be the area of this triangle ABC? Now area of triangle ABC. Now if you want to find the area of triangle, as you know, the formula for area of triangle is half into base into height. Now here if we take BC as base, now we can take this as half into base, and base I am taking as BC, half into BC into height. Now what will be height? Height will be the perpendicular from the vertex A on BC, and this length of this perpendicular, this height will be equal to 3. From 0 to 3 it will be 3. Now that will be h. I have taken it here h. I am taking it as h. The half into BC. Now what is the measure of BC? From 0 to 4 it will be of 4 units, and from 0 to minus 1 it will be of 1 unit. Now from minus 1 to 4 it will be of 5 units. So this BC is 5 units, and h is here from this x-axis to this point A, x is 3, h is 3, the height will be 3, and this will be 15 by 2 square units. Thank you.